Manus AI has a lot of people excited and a lot of other people panicking. But is it hype or is it real? It's what they're calling the first general AI agent. Manus delivers results. This is the claim from the makers. The head of product at Hugging Face called Manus the most impressive AI tool I have ever used. So is Manus groundbreaking new technology, or is it just a thin wrapper around existing models and doing really nothing different to other agentic systems out there? Let's investigate. So we'll take a look at some of the claims of Manus, what it does and what it outsources, and whether this is indeed a DeepSeek type moment for agentic AIs. So first of all, what is Manus AI? It is agentic, meaning it can go off and do things in the background, a little like an employee doing a long-running task rather than just an answer engine. Manus is autonomous. It has the use of a computer at its disposal. It can browse the web, and it is marketed as a general tool for solving problems. The makers also say that they will open source some of the models that were post-trained for Manus. By the way, I talk about tech, AI, programming, and business news on this channel, so do subscribe if that's what you're interested in. So what about the performance claims of Manus? Well, according to their video, they claim that they have beaten OpenAI deep research on benchmarks specific to general AIs. It has supposedly been solving real-world problems on Upwork and Fiverr, the freelancing platforms, and there is a plethora of people talking about how amazing it is on the web. Now, this is significant, and folks are sensitive to what's coming out of China right now, because the launch of DeepSeek R1, the reasoning model, in late January caused Nvidia's shares to drop 17% and wipe off $600 billion from the valuation. And they weren't the only company that was affected. But what about the claim that it's just a wrapper? It uses models from Anthropic's Claude and Alibaba Qwen. But if you can compose parts of existing APIs and services and build something that is truly useful, is that in and of itself not valuable? Well, of course it is, but some users' experiences haven't been quite in line with the remarkable claims. For example, in this article, the author tried 3 tasks. They tried to get it to order them a fried chicken sandwich. It didn't work on 2 attempts. It failed to book them a flight completely. Tasked with booking a restaurant, again, it failed. But to give Manus the benefit of the doubt, it is a closed beta at present. And then immediately after, you see another article pointing to the hype being very real. Coming back to the technology review article where the author put it to the test with 3 tasks, this was their summary. Overall, I found Manus to be a highly intuitive tool, suitable for users with or without coding backgrounds. On 2 of the 3 tasks, it provided better results than ChatGPT Deep Research, though it took significantly longer to complete them. Manus seems best suited to analytical tasks that require extensive research on the open internet but have a limited scope. In other words, it's best to stick to the sorts of things that a skilled human intern could do during a day of work. So let's have a look at what some people are saying about Manus. This post says, I see people hyping up new AI models every other week, calling them game changers. Now, Manus AI claims to handle complex tasks with 0 human input, but we've seen this before. Big claims, flashy demos, and then silence. This comment says, as real people start using Manus, turns out it sucks. Why am I not surprised? Every time I've actually been able to try the next crazy insane model, it fails. AI is advancing, just watch out for all the hype. This post says, I understand some people think Manus is overhyped, but what I can tell you is that it is way better than OpenAI Deep Research in testing it myself and benchmarks. I feel Manus is exactly what I would expect of a general AI agent. This is the baby AGI. If we pop over to Reddit, we can see some interesting comments from users. This user says it will be called Manure AI fairly soon. It's Rabbit AI Mark II in the spirit of the humane pin. Honestly, that seems a bit harsh. This comment here talks about its marketing coming across as a bit scammy. Another user points out that it's exactly like Devin, but nothing like the Rabbit device. Another user points out that it's Claude using tools. Tools are easy, very easy. Core AI models are hard, very hard. They did something very easy using a model that isn't theirs. No real innovation, game not changed. But despite all the hype and despite all the criticism, doesn't OpenAI already actually have Deep Research and Operator? Well, of course they do. And so how is this any different? Well, the difference basically revolves around the fact that OpenAI's Deep Research is pretty much as the name describes. It goes away and does some deep research on a given topic. Operator, on the other hand, can do browser-based tasks, which many admin tasks are these days, whereas Manus is more like an agent or an employee that will go off and use a computer to do human-like operations, from planning travel to arranging an event and to even creating the accompanying marketing documents. So whilst many of the parts of this type of technology are available, Manus has composed them or attempted to compose them to do intern level work. Alright, so if you wanted to try it, how do you get your hands on it? Well, there's a Discord channel where you can apply for access there, but you can also apply directly on their website. Just be aware that according to this post, they already have 2 million people on the waitlist, and this post was from March the 12th, so that number's likely to be even bigger now given all the hype. So Manus is quite compelling mainly by weaving together tech that is already out there, which is not in and of itself a bad thing, but it's not groundbreaking. Groundbreaking in a way that other companies could not do the same thing and probably working on that right now. Let me know if you're on the waitlist and what you think in the comments below. And if you don't want to be the last to know about important AI, tech, and programming news, then be sure to hit subscribe. Thank you for watching.